Morning, fellas. Today we are talking about conflict and complication. Okay? No, not your conflict as what kind of flavor Starbucks drink should I get today, because the answer is always peppermint mocha. But instead, literary conflicts. Okay? So we have our different kinds of conflicts. Alright? And today we're going to talk about characters, because they're all characters. So it could be man versus man, man versus self, man whatever. Right? But it's always character versus something, right? Okay? I spelled character wrong. Okay, versus whatever it is. Okay, that is our conflict. Okay, whether it's versus himself, whether it's versus another character, whether it's versus a ghost, or an alien, or a problem of nature, okay, like a hurricane, or a big storm, or whatever, or whether it is technology, like AI, or Fortnite taking over the world, okay, if somehow it came alive or whatever. And then you have little complications in between, right? So you can have an overbearing conflict, okay? Our most recent example that might be the freshest in your mind would be who killed Sir Charles, or what killed Sir Charles? How did Sir Charles die, right? We know he died of a heart attack, but what caused it? We don't know. So we have to figure that out. That is our big problem, figuring out what or how Sir Charles died. Okay, so we bring in the most famous detective in all of Europe, Mr. Sherlock Holmes, okay, and we go from there. So along the way there are different complications, little problems. Complications are little problems that are within a story. Okay, for example, Sir Henry loses his boot. Why is that a big deal? Well, because Cousin Baskerville, aka Jack Stapleton, if you read chapter 13 you found that out, used the boot to set the scent on the hound, so that way the hound could track Sir Henry whenever he was on the moor at night. Okay, and then you have the letter telling him to stay away from the moor. Okay, don't come to the moor, you will die. Okay, you also have the three threads, that they talked about: the letter, the person tracking Sir Henry in London, and then you have the boot. Okay, so the three threads, like from chapter 5, those are little complications, little problems in the overarching big problem. Okay, so complications are just little problems that help keep the reader interested, and they can also be used to throw something off the path. Okay, and those are called red herring. Okay, when we get into logical fallacies in the spring, we'll talk about red herring, but basically it's just a distractor. Okay, it distracts you from the main problem. Okay, for example, a complication would also be that Selden is Barrymore's brother, right? They built up that little thing, but it turns out that, it didn't really matter, okay, other than the fact that, he was an escaped felon, okay, and it explains why Barrymore is being sneaky, but how is that, contributing to the overall conflict? So it's a little bit of a distractor, a little bit of a keep your interest somewhere else, that way another problem can develop. Okay, so complications are little steps within the problem, mini problems. Okay, so like for example, if you're looking at it from a school perspective, so your warm-up. Okay, your warm-up might not be related to the lesson that day, maybe it is. You start class off 5 minutes. Okay, then you have the big lesson. What are we learning today? Okay, today we're learning about conflict and complication, so our big main lesson would be over those things. Okay, and then we have a little wrap-up. Okay, big thing there, little thing there. Okay, so those two little things contribute to the big thing. All right, so our big problem here is the conflict, and those little things that go into it are the complications. Hopefully that helps. Feel free to leave feedback. School Wi-Fi doesn't let you comment, but I can see it because I'll be in my LTE today. So please let me know what you think, and if you need anything else. Peace.